Hi children, it's time for our Aleph Bet lesson again. Now, I'm really sorry, my work computer is not working and not connecting to all the school information, so I can't get the file up, which tells me exactly the words I'd chosen to read with you today. But that's okay, because I know what the lesson's about. I just might need a little bit more help from the teachers. So, what the lesson is about today is it's all about how we have learned lots and lots of letters and lots of vowels, and now we could start thinking about working out how to write our names in Hebrew, because if we know all the sounds, there's no reason why we can't do it. So what I'm going to ask you to do first is, teachers, this needs your help. You are just going to think about the sounds in your name. Now remember, you might know how to spell your name in English, but that's not always the exact sounds. So, for example, if you are called Shelley, in English, you would be doing a S and a H. But in Hebrew, would you need two letters? You would just need a what? Who can think of what Hebrew letter you would need for Shelley? It would be a shin. So we're going to think about your names, and what I'm going to do is I am going to say a Hebrew letter, and if you think that your English name starts with that Hebrew letter, if you were writing it in Hebrew, I want you to stand up and then you're going to sit down. Okay, so let's have a go. Gimel. Okay, sit down. Sin. Very good. You can sit down. Next letter is going to be Daled. Very good. You can sit down. Okay, I hope I'm not doing this too fast. It's very hard to know when you're not in the room. Okay, and I'm going to say hey. Very good. You can sit down. And I'm going to say Kaf. Excellent. You can sit down. And I am going to say Vav. Excellent. You can sit down. And the last one I'm going to do is Lamed. Very good. Now, one of the tricky ones for this is if your name starts with a J, which actually my English name does. If so, we have got a few J's, like we've got Joshua's, we've got Joseph, and then you actually put a gimel, a G sound. So that's just so you know for later. So anyone with a J at the beginning of their name, just remember, in Hebrew there's no J sound, so we put a gimel instead. So now is the difficult bit. We've got to think not just about the first sound in our name, but about the other sounds in our name. And I want to give you a second to just think, what other sounds are in your name? Okay, now, if anybody thinks they would like to have a go, I'm going to ask the teachers to ask you to put your hand up, and then maybe you could come up to the board and try and write the sounds in your Hebrew name with a little bit of help. Now, this is the tricky bit because I don't have the names that I had given you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a few Hebrew names on a whiteboard and you're going to try and read them. I'm sorry if they're different to the ones that I'd given to the teachers. So teachers, if you know how to do it really well, you just do the ones that I've said. If not, maybe play the rest of the video. Okay, so here's a few names that I have written down to see if you can do some brilliant Hebrew blending. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 names, and I'm going to give you a minute to try and work out what they say. Off you go. Okay, so put your hand up if you think you know know what this one says. I'm sure your teachers will choose someone and they'll say it just right. They'll say there is a sin with an a, which is sa, and a final mem, which is s, a, I hope none of you thought it was a samach. Remember, if it is square, it is final mem. A circle samach, square is final mem. Now, what about this one? Hands up if you remember, if you worked out what it was. Okay, let's start working through it together. Erasure is r with the vowel o, because it's o, over the head, o, r, o. What's this? Is it a verb? It's not a verb, it's a final nun. So, r, o, n, run. Now, I hope you're not getting this letter confused. Go and put your hand up if you know this one. Okay, it's t, I, m, Tim. And the last one, hands up if you know it. We should all know lightning lamed with e is le. And just like in ron, we've got our final nun, so l, e, n, len. Okay, brilliant blending, everybody. Today you're going to do your own names. Oh, I would love to be sent pictures of you doing this. So if you can try and write your own names in Hebrew, I will be so impressed. I'm sure you'll all be able to do it. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Bye.